I never thought my life would turn into one of those cautionary Reddit stories, but here I am. I'm 34, married 3 years to my wife Sarah, 31, who worked part-time as a yoga instructor and did some occasional graphic design. I work in industrial equipment sales, not glamorous, but steady, and after years of grinding, I'd worked my way up to regional manager. We'd built what I thought was a decent life. We even had a prenup, something I insisted on after watching too many colleagues lose everything in ugly divorces. Sarah never objected. She said it made sense. 2 months ago, Sarah started complaining about her car, a 2019 model with failing transmission. She hinted at wanting a newer, reliable car. Eventually, she set her eyes on a Subaru Outback that cost nearly $30,000. We didn't have that kind of cash lying around, but I decided to make it happen for her. I signed up for every overtime shift, every weekend call, and pulled 65 70-hour weeks, pouring every extra penny into what I called the car fund. She told me she appreciated it. Her best friend Monica often came over to keep her company when I was gone, and I thought nothing of it. Then came the night everything unraveled. A service call wrapped up earlier than expected, so I got home around 7:30. I heard Sarah and Monica in the kitchen talking. I almost went in to surprise them until I caught the actual words. Monica was telling Sarah it was time to stop overthinking and make her move. Sarah agreed, saying my overtime was the perfect cover to explore her options. They talked about logistics, how Monica could help her, and how Sarah could always fall back on me afterwards since I was too nice to leave. I felt my stomach drop. There was no misunderstanding. They were planning for her to cheat. My wife, while I was out working overtime to buy her a car, was preparing to betray me and expected me to wait like a backup plan. I walked back out to my truck, sat in the driveway, and tried to process what I'd just overheard. For the next few days, I acted normal, but the switch had flipped inside me. By Thursday, I'd already met with a divorce lawyer. Sarah played her part perfectly, dropping hints about needing space, saying maybe she'd been married too young, wondering aloud if love sometimes wasn't enough. Friday, she officially asked for a break, saying she'd crash at Monica's for a while to think things through. I agreed, calmly. By Sunday, she'd moved some clothes and her laptop out. On Monday, I quietly moved all the savings, including the $12,000 overtime car fund, into an account in my name. Thanks to our prenup, I was in the clear. Tuesday, I had the divorce papers ready. When Sarah came back Thursday with takeout, ready for the big talk about our future, I handed her the papers. Her face went pale, then angry, then panicked. She demanded to know what was happening, so I told her I'd overheard her and Monica planning her affair. She tried the usual excuses. I misunderstood. It wasn't what it sounded like. She never actually did anything, but her face betrayed her. She was guilty. Then she pivoted to money, asking about savings, asking about a car. When I told her the account was closed and the money was mine, she accused me of financial abuse. The irony was almost laughable. From there, the manipulations escalated. She tried tears, then fake reconciliation speeches, then a sudden claim she was pregnant. But the math didn't add up, and when I pushed for medical proof, the story collapsed. Later, she admitted the pregnancy was fake, a desperate attempt to stop the divorce. She confessed that Monica had pushed her toward it, that there had been a guy at her yoga studio she was planning to hook up with, and that she thought she could see what else was out there while keeping me as backup. When none of that worked, she turned to sabotage. Someone, clearly Sarah or Monica, called my HR department with claims I was unstable at work. Another time, my mortgage company got contacted about removing me from the loan. My neighbor later told me Monica had even shown up pretending to be a social worker, fishing for dirt. And one night, I came home to find Sarah had used her keys to enter my house without permission, leaving the keys behind. Through it all, I stayed calm. I documented everything with my lawyer. I didn't let her guilt trips or her breakdowns sway me. Every plea for forgiveness, every attempt at manipulation, every escalation just reinforced that my decision to leave was the only sane choice. Sarah wasn't sorry for what she did. She was sorry she got caught and faced consequences. Now the divorce is moving forward, and thanks to the prenup, it's clean. No alimony, no access to my accounts. She and Monica can keep their drama. I'm rebuilding my life without the weight of someone who saw me as a financial safety net and a backup plan.